Hello, my beautiful Brinks butterflies. I'm coming to you straight from Southern California where it should be sunny and it's pouring down rain. So I'm taking this opportunity to make a fabulous video for you on how to pack your starter kit. I'm really excited about this, and this is for our new consultants to give you a little hint on how I make everything work easily and organized so you're ready to go and you don't have to fumble around. The first thing I like to talk about is what I'm wearing. I love the Mary Kay Beauty Coat. You can't really see it, but you can see it as Mary Kay right here. And also, it's just a simple way to always look professional. As a new consultant, you'll find that your friends and family who you want to book appointments with may not always understand that now you have all these resources at your fingertips for finding all the latest and greatest product information, glamour tips, and all those sorts of things. And so sometimes they need you to look a little different in order to view you a little different. So if you can dress in your beauty coat, it really sends a professional image, even when you're just with your friends and family, that I am now a Mary Kay Beauty consultant and I have all the information that you will need. The second thing I like to point about what I'm wearing is I always wear Mary Kay jewelry. I earn these earrings in Mary Kay, I earn this necklace in Mary Kay, this watch, ring, I have a ring on that I want in Mary Kay. And you'll find that it's very easy to win jewelry in Mary Kay, whether it's from the company or through unit promotions. And if you ever feel like you need some new jewelry and your unit does not have a jewelry promotion going on right at that moment, just call your director, me, and I will let you know what we could do to earn some jewelry. So this is what you're going to look like. It's super simple. You can get the beauty coat on MK Connections off of InTouch, and I'll guide you through that if you need help finding that. But it's just a simple thing. It has pockets, it has a tie, it buttons up. You just wear a black skirt, black flats, some tights, and you're good to go. This is my uniform that I wear. And all the successful consultants and beauty consultants and national sales directors who want to sell product definitely use this beauty coat because it does send a professional image. Okay, so I don't want to make this too long, but I do want to go through all the parts for you. We have the interior of the beauty case. This is the inside, your starter kit. Okay, so sometimes you get too much stuff and you need to do one, stuff in your bag and stuff in the interior part and carry them separately, and that's okay. But what we're first going to start out with, the number one thing that I think is essential to add to your starter kit beyond what is already in there is your extra skincare. You only got the Miracle set in both formulas. You do not have any Time-Wise Repair or Botanicals or the Acne set to show. And you're going to sell so much more if you have all the skincare with you. Now, I'm more concerned about you selling skincare, that's your reorder business, than I am for you selling glamour. So we're going to go through the skincare first, and that would be if we're budgeting or trying to figure out where to spend our money first. Skincare is first and foremost. Our makeup isn't going to look good anyway if our skin isn't taken care of. Skincare is your reorder business. I have customers that I saw one time 10 years ago that are still reordering their skincare from me 10 years later, every 2 months, 3 months, whatever. But I haven't had to do anything else for them except for check in with them, answer questions, that sort of thing. But that one appointment where I showed them the skincare has paid off for now 10 years. So skincare is where it's at. They're not going to stick with the same eyeshadow for 10 years. So, and the eyeshadows are $7. That's $3.50 wholesale. That means you only profit $3.50. So that's not where we want to spend our time. That's the bonus money I like to talk about. So we're going to have our repair set. If you don't know the repair set, find out about it. It has the day cream, the night cream, and then we also have the cleanser, eye cream, lifting serum. These are absolutely essential. I would go for the Miracle set, which is already in your starter kit, then the repair set. Then I'm going to show, I like to have the to-go kit of the acne products because this will give your client she's probably not going to use this at an appointment, but to be able to see it is priceless. I mean, really, it truly is. And this to-go kit is $20 retail. She can say, you know, I can try that. When people have acne, they've tried everything under the sun and nothing has worked for them, so they're willing to try. It's a great resource for you. And then finally, we have our botanicals. Now, our botanicals line is quite big. It has no anti-aging properties in it, and so it's not where we want to start, but it does serve a purpose in our line. It has 3 formulas and 4 different products in each formula, so we have to kind of pare down. But I do like to have it because you'll come across a client that says, I can't use anything, no fragrance, no dyes, nothing, and you're at an appointment. If you don't have something, you've kind of lost the sale. So here we have our botanicals. I pick the cleanser number 2, which is for normal to sensitive skin. It's kind of middle of the road. And then I'm going to do the hydrate also, which is the moisturizer. And then I've done the freshener in the dry skin formula. So you have 3 products that you can show her and she can use at an appointment in case you run across that person that either can't use, you know, any ingredients or doesn't want to or is allergic. You have something for her. So this is I would go repair, the acne little to-go set, and then I would get a couple products of the botanicals. And you don't have to have the whole thing, like I said, because she'll get the idea. It's just one time using it. If it's not the right formula in the botanicals, you know, she might need the oily one or the dry one. That's fine. She'll get the picture, but to be able to have something for her is very important. And I'm not going to show you what already you have in your starter kit because you know what you have in your starter kit. The next thing is going to be your foundations. Now, your foundations came in your starter kit. I'm just going to show you the little kit that I use. This is on MK Connections. You may have something like this that you can use in your use at your house or something, but you just put the foundations in here. I like to label them with their undertone because I can't remember all those things. I used to be able to, I just can't anymore. So I label them, and I can help you in a more detailed idea set this up if you need help, but you get the idea of how your foundations will set up. I also like to have the foundation primer. Lots of people haven't tried it, and so it's that little trick that you can give them that they're going to go, oh, foundation primer, this is so neat, and this is a great product for them to use. So that is our foundations, and if you chose the mineral powder foundations with your starter kit, I would highly recommend also carrying some of the liquid foundations because you can translate the liquid foundations into mineral powder foundations if she's not happy with the color, whatever, you know, if you need to decide what color to use. It's almost impossible to translate what color a liquid foundation would be from just viewing the mineral powder foundation on her face. So you definitely want to have some liquid foundations. And also, if you do not have Ivory Through Bronze, I would recommend that you get at least sample forms of the colors that you don't have, because I'll tell you what, my very first party, which was a complete disaster but ended up being wonderful in the end because my Offspring sales director and her whole group came from it, but I was a little bit I just assumed, I should say, that all her friends were the same color skin as her, so I was prepared with my ivory and beige, and a gal with bronze tone skin came to the class that I was unaware of. And so I was highly embarrassed that I did not have the right foundation for her. And, you know, I made it work. Wasn't the darkest I have. It wasn't great. And she still loves Mary Kay and buys from her consultant now. And she has since then. But, you know, I would never want to make somebody feel bad by not having everything. So my point of the story is, get samples if you don't have all of them, or if you don't want to carry, that's fine if you don't want to carry bronze 1 through 7 if that doesn't suit the, you know, skin tone that you normally are around, but just have something just in case. Okay, so next we're going to go into, I like to have some little doodads, so I have my cosmetic Q-tips, and these are different than the Q-tips you buy in the baby section. These are cosmetic Q-tips. They're wound very tightly, and you can get them in the cosmetic section of whatever store you shop at. Target, Fred Meyer, it doesn't matter. Also, you're going to want to have some cotton pads. And I like to use the Swisspers cotton pads. That's just my personal preference. They're very nice. And if you live locally to a Fred Meyer, they usually have a buy one, get one half off. So I just buy the Swisspers in a large quantity and I have those with me. And then I'm also going to have, this is fun, for my hostess, if I'm doing one appointment, the gal who is in the appointment with me gets this. And if I'm doing a class, just the hostess gets this and the other gals just get applicators. So it's a full-size brush set with all our brushes in it for her to use. And then at the end of the class, you can also have your brush cleaner and show her how to use it on the brushes she just used, and you're going to sell what you're showing. So that is just a fun little tip for once your starter kit is completely full, you can add things like the brush cleaner. But you can clean these at home after you're done. But that's how I use them, is the hostess either gets them, or if I'm just doing one person, then the one person gets it. And if I have a class, then I'm going to have to put out some other utensils for her to use, like the Q-tips, that sort of thing. And sponges are another thing. You want to get some good quality sponges to apply foundation. Okay, so moving on. In your starter kit, you also had your washcloths, and definitely keep up on those. Now let's talk about Glamour. I don't want to drop this here. It's going to fall on the floor. Okay, so we've talked about skincare. We have all our skincare sets in our starter kit. And next we're going to talk about the Glamour. Now you can use the color cards. We only have one right now, and there's more coming, but we don't have very many choices. So an easy way to have Glamour for your customers with a low expense to yourself is our cream products. And you don't have to have all of these at once. You can just pick, and I can help you with the colors that you should choose, but just know that you can just pick 4 colors, and then you just use these little utensils, these little spatulas, scrapes them out onto their tray. And this is an easy way for you not to have to cart around a bunch of eyeshadow samples. I love starting with the cream products. They're so easy. They're great for people who don't usually wear a lot of cosmetics, and so you don't have to worry about them feeling like they're fumbling around with eyeshadows and things like that. And again, then you don't have to stock a lot of samples. I rarely use samples in an appointment because I want her to see the full-size retail. That's on the customer side. On my end, on the business side, I don't want to waste any of my business money, any that I have to, on things that don't benefit me. And so buying on section 2, which is your samples and things like that, of course there's a need for that, but I try to keep it very small because I want to buy on section 1, which is where I get my star points and my wholesale orders, so that it bounces up my wholesale order. If I'm spending all my money on my section 2, I still got to spend all my money, the rest of the money on the section 1, and I might not be able to order as much. And those things get better. That's better. And also, as a sales director, for any of you that might be looking towards becoming a sales director, you can just remember that when you're a sales director, you get paid on your own order because you get paid on the whole unit. And so you're getting paid 13% on your own order. So you don't want to spend all your money on samples when you could have bought the retail, got paid on that. It lasts 1,000,000 times longer, and you're going to sell more. So I also have my cranberry cream blushers, and if you've never used this, it's amazing. We also have the sheer blush color, which is wonderful. And people, when you put things on them that they maybe have never used, you're going to surprise them, and then they're going to be more bound to stick with you as the consultant because you've showed them something that they've never done before. So for starting Glamour, I use my cream products. You can get away with 3 to 4 eyeshadows and 1 to 2 blushers. Very minimal cost to you. This is going to last you an eternity if you take care of them and make sure that you don't double dip. You're scraping out and you're covering them up right away so they don't dry out. So that is my glamour tip. So once you've got your skincare taken care of, your brush set, you want to use this. And with the brush set, you can also use these. And in the brush set, you can also have the concealer brush, which is meant for the cream eyeshadows, the eyebrow brush, which you can use for eyeliner. You can use the blusher brush or the powder brush for powder. I like to have my translucent setting powder in my kit. So I'm going to go with my cream products and then my translucent setting powder and also my setting spray. Because these are things that people don't normally use, should they not be cosmetic junkies like the rest of us. And so these are things that will wow them and really take it to the next level for them, for you being their consultant. So setting spray, powder, and how I dish out the powder is I buy these cute little boats. Let me find my boat here. If you're in Washington, you get them at Cash and Carry. If you're not in Washington, I don't know where to get them. But you would get French fries at the fair. And this is a great place to put your powder. You just dump a little in, and now she has some. You can also use this for mineral powder foundation. Great for that. Okay, so next we're going to need some mascara. So I like to have whatever's the latest and greatest. And our latest and greatest is our Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. You can tell it has the stripes, and I just have it in black. And if you want to get fancy, you can show them the lash primer. And you want to make sure that you have some mascara wands. If you forgot to order them on section 2, that is something that you could buy at Sally Beauty Supply. And also the cosmetic Q-tips and the sponges, foundation sponges, you can buy them. I like to have the brow gel. This is a great tool for eyebrows. It's also a great tool for setting your mascara. If you have somebody that their eyes weep a lot, like I have on this side actually, a little weepy eye, and I can't seem to keep, my mascara on. Waterproof mascara is just waterproof. It doesn't have lengthening, it doesn't have volume, it doesn't have anything other than being waterproof, and it sticks like glue. It's amazing, but I like a little lash. So what I do is I put my mascara on, and then I put my brow gel, which is clear, over the top, and it seals it all in. So there you go on that. I also keep a blonde eyebrow pencil with a sharpener. Sharpen it up till it's a new tip, then she can use it. Somebody who needs eyebrows is not going to be happy if you don't have eyebrows in your kit. Okay, so simple with that. Now, you're going to ask me, what about glamour colors, the other stuff besides the cream shadows? So this is how I show it. People like to see things in full retail size, because if they were to go to a cosmetic counter in Macy's or Nordstrom's or wherever, they're going to see the product in full size. Now, we're going to be a million times more sanitary than going to the cosmetic counter, but I like to have everything in, have it upside down here, in full retail. You can get this case, which is magnetic, on section 2. This is one thing that you should buy on section 2. You only need it once, and it holds all the eyeshadows. And I put it in order of the catalog, and then I can easily look at the catalog and see what color is on them. You could also label the top should you be a label queen like my mother. She labels everything. So this is a way. Now, if somebody wants to try this, I would not put this in the middle of the table during a skincare class. It's going to be mayhem, and it's going to be destroyed. What I would do is hand out my cute little